The Loki series is almost with us. It feels like Loki hype is at a peak, and that's funny considering that the hype for this character has existed more so than it has for Thor ever since the first Thor film, but hey, things gotta be looking good for Loki, right? So today we're talking about new powers that we've never seen before being teased by the head writer. As most people probably know, the extent of powers we've seen Loki use in the MCU isn't really the extent of all the powers that the character has. So recently, speaking with The Hindu, Loki's head writer and executive producer, Michael Waldron, was talking about the format of the series, the 6 episodes, and going into the character's catalog of powers and what they can do, what they can showcase, and what we might see. And he talks about the character's abilities, specifically the superheroics that the character will find himself in the middle of, the perspective of those powers, and how they might dramatically affect situations, which makes me think that there's going to be some sort of mind-bending stuff in here. And I don't mean to like, oh, it's confusing us. I mean like Loki's going to tap into some powers that are really about manipulation, and then of course some visually stunning things that we might not have seen. Or if we really think about how Loki can use projection and appear in different locations, why haven't we seen a scene that's about him sort of almost like bamfing into locations and punching people from different directions and using that ability of confusion and distraction and using mischief at the same time and using his green powers that we've barely ever seen that are like magical based? I think we're finally going to get that, is what he's saying, without confirming too much of it. And he says that if you look at the last 10 years of the character, that there's definitely been a lack of exploring that side of Loki, and that they hope that these first 6 hours deliver on that. Which makes me happy again, because there has really been a lack of Loki. I think that's fair to say. I mean, yes, the character's been in quite a few projects, but again, the extent of what we see him do is not really the central focus of any of these projects, because he was always an additional character, not the main character. And if it's anything like what we've seen with WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's definitely going to be a highlight of what this character can do to showcase his powers and abilities, which just makes me more excited. And them confirming this, I think should get everybody a little bit more excited, because I'm personally hoping to see a lot more funny shape-shifting. I would just love that, especially if they pull it off like the comics, where it just gets ridiculous at some points.